the former vice president, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, wabantem bejitu mu say wa accept defeat, and the can who be ma mrashebi jafo bibri omusis omulusu ye. Anabo pike we mrashebi jani wabantem beka say MPP wono Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wa accept defeat e kosu bibi.
You see, we're still going to concede anyway. I mean, election there. Senate election economy, we're going to concede. But if you are the flag bearer, you are the leader of the party into the election. It's a new presidential. It involves a lot. When we do it as parliamentary candidates, you are carrying everybody along. So now I know, say in 2020, in 2016, the MPP had a system where we got to know where we were winning in terms of parliamentary and a presidential. Yes. And so I expected, say, now me share him say, answer na Dr. Bawumia bagia to mu nenka etime ahwe system no so your computer so ehunu say 276 no nyina MPs nyina na aba ana say emai bebre wa na wono bre. In fact, okan kwe central Menua Patrick Boama constituency. Oh, we need clear, but because of that early concession, near Pesci free in some. Kodom Kwabenya, similar incident. SUO, Isawam, Miami, Nua Penny, Anodombre, Neho, say, na on yachima, I free in some. All because the people felt say at the top, yeah, gem, until they can take what that which is left at the base. I mean, there are some constituencies like mine, within a short time, the results come in by 5 a.m. Near to me quality the results in area near declare. But there are some of the constituencies that you need to travel a bit far, and our system is not electronic. So, okay, idea. Yeah, to abani na honana system identity na internet so na copy. Then you can afford say within a short time you concede.
But a man for bisu say will be a wo ko gina ko prese na se bedwani na wa uni mechanism bi a ubetimi dia quality woman who say
yeah mechanism yegina we use one mechanism. Yegina ya my computer or the guswa national phone. So we're all using the same system. And that is why I felt say Ibia Koyeno, Kushada Numbrene Kakra, and Kabeboa. I mean, there was not any tension in this country. It had become obvious, as I had declared, all other media stations had shown, say, Joe Mama was winning the election. In any case, you got to 2020 election, Joe Mama, Bessine, will consider election. Consider it. Parce Ghana focus him to Abamano. So the fact say, consider election, consider defeat, does not mean say we are mambo for.
But for the peace of the country.
No, please forget about it. But nobody, we were not at war. Ghana is not at war. And our democracy has grown to the extent say, with or without your concession, the winner will be declared. With or without your concession, the winner will be declared. And so for me, you wait till all soldiers now then you carry everybody along. And that for me is what needed to have been done. And I've seen many miracles, the defense on this subject. I've seen some people say, I mean, sometimes you see, you need to accept certain mistakes in life. So, say, yeah, me pray me hondu. And
what we mean, and difference between the beba.
But what we mean, and if any say, my constituency, got to about second round. Event say a free I can a free or parliament or Humea and can a free or parliament. So you wouldn't need to be told a free Luso Jomutin subsequently it was because we considered early. And comment Chimchimo Monsa now and yet carefree open. Nan can name any baby court. Patrick Monomonam court, Venze, Anodombre, non-nam court, Kodia, non-nam court, Miaminia Wakababy, Aquatia, Ns, now nam court. So, the Panibi no one nam court. And it was because of that incident. Well, and this is for me to travel. it is a woman more quenya kakrebia. One person be chinchimunsa. No my me constituency cry a strong good of MPP cry. At a point, no person de huna share me voters in him. The Gina say memma. Gina say memma. At the end of the day, BBNC. So yes, we have to concede. But when you are conceding, you carry your soldiers along. It's not just about you. It's about the 276 soldiers now on your Mokoakono. So be a diaba. So it's about community woman a controversial becha. Then you let it go. But it was too quick. I mean, I wondered what the rush was. So
right. Fertilizer, Bryan Agyapong, a Greek minister, no. Fertilizer hunsem na eti saying.
And then who say Dr. Bawumia share the campaign I say or the fertilizer and a year campaign. Me and Gideon Boako so me who ni stage a year or say fertilizer na ma them. Let me say, hey, me na me a parliamentary candidate. There's no meeting I catch them say menya fertilizer say me fan come microphone on to abama me. Nobody, no parliamentary candidate can tell you say the campaign gave some fertilizer to Obi say monje fertilizer na mufanko tuaba. In fact, distribution of fertilizers at the Agric Ministry, you know, and starting that, and yet then you Agric Ministry, they be our farmers fertilizers. Agric Ministry, they be our farmers fertilizers. Okay,
Smart
they will picture be what I say. Now, so picture way, a branch be a friend Prince Treponi. Prince Treponi. As at September 11th, 2024. Now, for any
fertilizers.
Yes, Orchard fertilizers. Let me constituency. Yeah, the fertilizer bow. But the catcher say
build up to 2024 general election.
It was not for the general election. I agree for support for farmers. It was a World Bank program.
Okay.
So nobody, unless Gideon Boako tells me say campaign team now no can be no. I could talk fertilizer say Agric Minister connect Ochena or Manche. Let's separate governance from the politicking. Opa sema kan for Bryan one. Enye fertilizer na go kan.
But so more brand Diana.
Oh, Obo Agric Minister. O anti Gideon Boako ayi. Obo Agric Minister. Na Gideon mun bisa ne fertilizer ne sanka bia na. Gideon Boako. Mun bisa ne say ono ne constituency.
Me patrol fa tell me say see
the district chief executive when you fertilizer.
Me mo trust everywhere. I fear my radio manager. Igbe meda say was in Dwabe North MP no. Nana Osei Eje, Nana Eje Boate. Quickly,
Nana Osei Eje. Nana Wanga also support wine. Obizan on family say also support wine.
I'm with you if you're ready.
And you know, Osa send a message in the bra. Nana Osei Eje. Me there, me find a dim friend. Me find a dim grand friend that me as mama. They am the friend one in the Joe.
And the business also support wine.
How the business also support wine. So that's it. I mean, just say a chassis MP in some more big na kind.
Right. So to the fertilizer issue.
So you see, nobody gave any parliamentary candidate or the campaign team did not have any plan to distribute fertilizers. In fact, Bryan Agyapong bold policies of the bag Ghana. They be no. And Adriania. Eriko Puku kasi ebu nyina no Bryan Agyapong hye ode tubia one World Bank ne ahodo na wo mo kambo mu a wo mo ye se fertilizer emra o man ni mu no eno na ebu a obi enya ho mfaso no to be enu a o ma obi a fertilizer se gifa koye campaign
but I'm say na delegates ni bi ni supporters ni bi ka say fertilizers na ba na say ye distribute no
why na this fertilizer na ba ye why na the fertilizer ba ya say ye nko distribute Ministry ban and fertilizer buy because minim say fertilizer home common local government and very say one more nyina no obi a to bi me constituency fertilizer na be boa mama winia me boa me common fan no na me dey akotobi
yeah
so that's it and I don't know who said say obi the fertilizer buy unless say Gideon Boako try say or no try campaign meeting one campaign for no koto fertilizer say monji na mfongo ma polling station for no monko to aba. I mean the real issues that led to our defeat, you know. We were promised Zongo votes, it did not come. We were promised Northern region, you said Northern votes, but it did not come. And you lose say poto. Those are the matters that they ought to address. Professor Michael Kwe report I will make reference to no. Near me what Professor Michael Kwe report in him no. Me I have a friend who was on the committee. Near me a woman no. Says I report no. And can we jam our report number 2 ja. Can say me basic romance and yet.
But and the report no quantify will be on.
Oh, nothing. Tina on Penifoko Tanas, you almost say report on the FM Mountain.
But send this report from our boy.
Oh, Minia, me say, one more never meeting, Penifoko meeting, or my penny Kufo, or my penny Akufuado. 1 more year, party Kukudama, say, you have some party, you can trust them with some level of secrecy and some level of, one more cry report in Womunibi. One more cry report no Womunibi. Me na me catch one more report no Womunibi. Report no Womunibi. How do we even learn lessons out of the report?
But report now is about public because
I'm not saying
NDC Professor Evren is saying NDC ni pay or lead or more report Kwasibotwe report. I said I'm out.
No, I'm not saying it should come out. I'm not saying that. I mean that is another subject. But I'm saying say report on the report on the Bible and when I want report to implement it. So how are we going to implement the report? So if key stakeholders of the party don't even have copies of the report, I mean, how do you? Even, but I'm saying that it is because of the content in it, the content in the report. How we lost Zongo votes, how we did not win Upper East, how we did not win Boako, how did we not win Upper West.
So say party paying 4% party recapture power 2028. Then the Bebama report abana indicate the buyer party lose year. Nobody decided say you be hide the fact.
Oh, and you don't worry, you draw a back on at this point, you know, they are finding the party. No, but right. I mean, the most important thing is say Kutu, say Bryan.
Okay.
I mean, this is a young man who is building systems to arrest corruption. Oko events and controller and accountant general.
The biggest IT
firm in this country. It's one more years technology, IT, no. He has lived it. He's practicalizing technology.
Touchwood. Touchwood.
Me say he's practicalizing technology. It yes, you digital. The real digital man in this race, who is speaking digital, is acting digital, is working digital, is sleeping digital, is Bryan Agyapong. You're explaining today how I Zongo votes. You're explaining today how I Northern votes. You're explaining today how I 41%. How over 2 million people refuse to vote in this country. You're explaining today how you're conceding Temwa and until you lose some parliamentary seats, you're winning here. Those are the things that we want to hear. So, how Upper East, Upper West, seat Boako kra. Oh, bra, say, your party, no, Yakofa, Yaba benya vote nina. See, so our fertilizer campaign there, a tools room, woman, Bryan Agyapong, the bold leader, Ghana here, say Kutu, say Bam, say Kutu, say Bryan. I thought that, constituency Nibu, I acquired yes, 1 2 my way, I be you a free. No, and that is not the approach. Me. I am close to Bryan Agyapong. Because you are very close to Bryan Agyapong. And I know some constituency in them. There are people who are doing Ken. Some of them are doing Bawumia. None of them will tell you, say, I have called to threaten anybody. Say, so I'm Twama Bryan. No, I don't believe in that. I believe, so if Bryan will win, it is not what impressive people do that will decide, say, Bryan may win it. And I have a responsibility as a campaigner for Bryan to be able to convince my people, say, Bryan. Not to intimidate them. It doesn't work that way.
A man for intimidate a man for.
Oh, well, it's in 70 beer near Dan Crofona, and your one, Yanka, or ya be you a free and it's animal in a road rather. Match the police station for them. Obi any party name. No, not even National Council. A bit me say we a polling station here. About opportunities 1 2 cause you be you with him. Nobody can decide that. Nobody in MPP can decide that. We are share party nimra. In party nimra. In party nimra. There's nobody who can decide say because one supporting way. It's album by a youth film. It doesn't work that way. To be a nice so. Ubianko taking a decision. So say Kutu say Bamwa. No ko tuamano. They say fair basu no. Kutu say Bryan. Hey, say Kutu say Bam. Say Kutu say Bryan. Say Kutu say Bam. and Abaswa, and Fia Basu be no.
Oh, become a communal. Everybody a day.
Say Kutu, say Bam, say Kutu, say Bryan.
Honorable, quickly coming from the Eastern Bloc, coming in common free hall. Recently, I'm Agyapong no more Eastern region. Move 15 endorsed Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Yane achia same na Shebujani. Honorable Kofi Ahenkra. Nidini ya yirami.
Kofi Ahenkra mafu.
Honorable Kofi Ahenkra mafu.
Me amase.
Hey, what's it? Chama mafu no?
Chama mafu. Me amase.
What na studio ha no ni yedi nkomo. No, they say the Bryan champion wa baby ofiri na kanipa mienu pe. Oh. MPs mienu pe. Okra udi obodo platforms. I say I go picking na. What the Boako? Kwame Abuaji. Across mra Shebujani. Was he a cow? Bryan mra Shebujani. Ni across mra Shebujani nkwana. Mudi Bryan champion. What in 70B? Now what he to saying mra Shebujafo dunum endorse Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Eto saying.
Ghana nyina. MPs are doing supported Dr. Bawumia. I said Dr. Bawumia ran region. Now MPs here press conference. What be that? Only Eastern region. It is only in Eastern region. Dr. Bawumia yes about Eastern region. Yeah, MPs no. Yeah, the camera base when you say munko and also. You say bibi pusu baby. Bibi pusu baby. And then the issue of region no. Maza. I say Kutu say Bryan. MP now if you say you have what it takes to decide for your people. Anyhow that down. It says I say no. Obetra say me ne Kwame Abuaji pena support. Say can you cry na obi anyone support candidate be apart from Bawumia and say koto and e corner even if me no crackers wo support Bryan. Say can no there and ka Bryan nyebio. Bryan won dem paano any polling station executives. Bryan na won dem paano. And then walk around so na constituency chairman e was Eastern region over by 20 of them in Edinachi. Rounds walk Ghana nyina no. Eastern region constituency chairman by 20 and the Bryan champion chairman in the rounds. Na nkoko MP o support wine. Woko ni DPCC ya bonso onu ni Bryan ni wa kambum say ono there oya Bryan. Ene Bryan champion ko okre. Okre member of parliament. E work group on here. Why ndo so Bryan champion? You know, what is this argument say? Nipa miunupe and support to Bryan champion. He knows the truth. Say a chance constituency in the crowd. Bryan afa. A chance or no. One more did Bryan campaign in our Eastern region. If I can see a chance no free.
The honorable Kenneth Okre was supporting Bryan champion.
I am telling you. Hey, Konija bin Kofrodia. Nija be enough. Inaneje Boati. One Bryan champion and a nama, Womoko Tema, Womoko, and now Moko Tema, Omoko, Ashama, and Baby Omoko Enano, only Bryan champion.
Update.
And today I won't be say I come you
say, and I make catch us there. Ghana Nano. Dr. Bawumia ko baby my country MP say Mungo press conference now. Eastern region pe. Tino, you bedru Eastern region na esume duru se kusu. Enti na MPs nko ka bibi se be ya betimi ebubu niema. But emfa. Me say emfa Eastern region emfa. Greater Accra emfa. Because Obia say Kutu say Bryan. I mean that is what everybody is saying. And people believed in his message, the message of reviving the party, the message of bringing discipline in the party, the message of resourcing the party. And then or no more can say wabua party why say nanko for binam say and no crap. Eastern region MPs press statement a womo ye unri womo de Dr. Bawumia campaign finance asema Bryan kan no crap nti womo megina montena womo ngasa asema Bryan kan no crap. What is your issue statement? There be odie yes womo issue statement make say sema Bryan kan no ana sema e koso Eastern region campaign na Agyapong say ampa wa resource party no or resource party na nye no nye Dr. Bawumia pen wa resource you say Jacob be lamte time ekusi 2014 nkrofo a wo matua party office salary kesiye pa no Bryan Agyapong. Every month biana utua party salaries. Now me problem with Bryan is Bryan no oya dia onkasa. Bryan dia mawa omo de euro. Enti ya na manfo ohunu no. Na ohuna onye kesiye te me. Why say wo? Enti manfo ohuna ye kesiye
ebi ni no ho.
Kesiye ye kesiye sugar nko ana ye dia betina he. But I'm going to go be why. But on my woman, almost such as or too simple. Yes, or simple. But you come more, dear boy party, right from Wababe chief of staff or party head office, ABC and Neno. I don't think, sir, from 2000, year 2000, ABC and I say there's a single person in the MPP who has financed MPP more than Bryan Agyapong. I do not think so. I have worked at the party office. We know those who contributed to the party. And if you hear some of the sounds, Bryan, I mean, if you hear what he's doing, I mean, it tells you his passion, his commitment, his involvement to ensure that the party is strong at the base.
Critics, we are some more can say, more can say kutu, say bam, say kutu, say Bryan in probably a Nisika. And no more paid in tia or more yes adiano. Wouldn't I call rounds, rounds, your campaigner, ma Dr. Bryan Agyapong. Is that the situation? Is that the case?
Omuna will be a Twiska, Omo contesting now, will be no Albecover on Twiska. Omuna will be a Twiska. Omuna will be a Twiska.
As far as Nina,
will be a Twiska. Will be a Twiska. Will be a Noa. Now the Uber cover free for social amrakra. No, be free for social bedroom crime. Or buy one in a bompire say, hallelujah, me the Janya Media Nako. The pano they will be in the pub what you are boy and say ta. Now it's good to see you. Now I don't know Hona Oko. Good to see you and 5 win here about. Onia.
One I good to see you.
I mean, Bobby, so good to see you. You're very near about that. I don't think that there's anybody in this race who would devalue the power of money, resourcefulness in these elections. Nobody can devalue it. It happens every time. I cannot, as an MP, I cannot go to my constituency empty-handed. It doesn't work that way.
Because I
mean, on a usual funeral day in Bepon, you can have about 30 funerals. We are MP now could do also about table be answer. That is what is happening. Those are the realities in life. So you can have a strong message, you can have good to see you, but you don't have the good to say Bama.